This old Foxbody has been one of the best builds on the channel to date. Always done what we needed it to do. Last video, one pass showed us some weak links that needed to be fixed, so we're back to the track trying to make progression towards our 10-second streetcar goal. Although we're not quite there yet, we've definitely made up some ground. Let's get right into it. Definitely had some clutch issues going on with Dad's car. This organic 26 spline that we found on the shelf, it just didn't work out for us at all. It just didn't work on this pressure plate. You can see how much heat was in it. It was just wrong. Unfortunately, this old pressure plate has seen its days. So we're gonna go ahead and stick one of the good McLeod clutches that we have in that we know is gonna hold the power with Dad's car. But the G-force ended up shifting really well. The nice thing about the McLeod clutch is it comes with a flywheel, and what I like a lot about the flywheels is they come with different weights. So you can remove these and you can go 0 balance, 28 or 50. Unlike some of the other billet steel ones, they're just weighted to that specific imbalance. Shouldn't take us too long to get this in. I got other issues with the car, with the alternator. It's definitely dragging and making all kind of noise when we're at the track. Got to mess with the fans a little bit, and we should be back at the track very shortly by the time you see this video. Yep, that's exactly like why I like one of these flywheels. Said this is a 50 ounce, this is a 28 ounce. If you don't run either one of them. So if you're building your Foxbody later and you're going to go with a stroker later on, you can stay with the same flywheel and not actually have to repurchase it. Just have it machined and cut and get it ready. All right, after going through a number of belts, we finally got the new alternator put on. It's just a 94, 95 Mustang one. We have to modify it a little bit, but it ends up working out pretty well for us. I think we got everything, even put the old belt back on. It's got a bigger pulley, which means it won't spin as much. Got our antifreeze and distilled water, fixed our fan a little bit. We actually put the 26s on for the ride tonight. I think it's been dragging on the 28s. It showed a little bit of smoke going down the track. But we were always pretty successful with the 26s on this type of build here. We got the McLeod clutch installed, the new alternator. We're ready to hit the streets and get this car back in the trailer.
It used to squeak before when I first started it. It just kept getting a little bit louder and louder. I thought it was the belt, but apparently the alternator was pretty strong. Got really good voltage in here. So we're going to check the engagement on the wheels back here. Check that. Oh, that's perfect.
Now, normally when we're doing a clutch break-in, and I've mentioned it before in the past, is we just do like a heat cycle. You know, go through all the gears or whatever. Usually 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That definitely has a little bit of whine to it, the G-force. Make a real quick pull just to check the boost level. Yeah, the car is definitely a lot happier with that McLeod clutch in there, putting all the horsepower to the wheels. At that time, we were on about 12 pounds of boost, had 3 full clicks on our little manual boost controller. But I think the car's happier on 26s as well. Even though 28s will work just fine until we get the suspension pretty dialed in with the newer control arms that we got for the car and the torque box reinforcements. 26s are what we're gonna run in it like we did with Project Hot Wheels, because that was a GT and we couldn't run 28s on it without clearancing our ground effects. So we're gonna load it up in the trailer. We're gonna head back to the track and make
make a couple pulls. We'll go on 3 full clicks here and see how fast we get down the track. Again, this is... I don't think I've ever been out of Kunli on a Friday night, but not really a lot of cars here at all. This will finally give me a chance to actually go through my trailer, clean up some of my mess here. I don't know why this stuff all got shifted, but you know, we've done a lot of racing in this trailer. Looking at a new one right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford it. They want a lot of money for it. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this right the first time. We didn't do too bad. We're only running 8th mile here right now, but apparently we only ran a 783. It felt a lot faster than that. But my 60 foot was horrible. It needs to be a lot better. 60 foot should be in the 40s. Well, pretty much both passes, that clutch definitely works. The car dead hooked. So working on that will definitely help our 60 foot and leaving the line. But we found another problem. Even when we turned the car up a little bit, it wasn't making any more boost. So, you can hear it. So we pulled the spout out. You can really hear it now, locked at 10 degrees. Got a pretty good hole there somewhere. I have a good idea where it's at. But like I say, that's an easy fix. No problem. We're running down the track, make sure it goes to A to B, and we're gonna replace that header. I started hearing it a while back, started hearing a little bit of a tick. We have spare headers, and I could weld that up, but that's one of our problems. But that's okay, that's not a big deal. That's more of a turbo maintenance thing. Better that time, we went a 1180 at 108, well 17 there. We can get our 60 foot right. That clutch and that G-force is sticking right now, so we're gonna have to work on that a little bit and slip the clutches a little bit better than what we do. Maybe put a little tamer in it or something. Looking at the ticket tells the story. That 1.77 60 foot should be like a 1.45 range. That's what Dad's car is usually left with. And just by changing that alone with that mile an hour, that's an 1120 pass, roughly. And we haven't done any weight reduction on the front. One fix at a time, we'll get the car dialed in pretty good. Pure street, 10-second street car. If you guys enjoy this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Check out that join button, become a member of the channel, and helps to go to do things like this and bring content to the channel. So I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.